always an unsettling feeling when you walk anywhere and you hear water dripping. So I went to let the dogs out and could hear water dripping in the pump room. So came on in here and this is what I found. It's not, it looks worse than it is, but we're storing some paint in here. And we have our vet stuff, our animals over there, which didn't get wet at all. But what happened is, inside my tubes here, for the rainwater, I've got a filter right here, a catch basin to catch leaves and things like that. This one, when we were gone on vacation, actually filled up so much that the plastic pool catch screen that I had broke and fell down into my pipe somewhere, so I haven't really found where it is. So I went ahead and replaced it with just some wire mesh for now. Boy, you can really hear the rain coming in. See how much water we have flowing through here. So what happened over here is that leaf filter got clogged, and then it basically just filled up and came out the top. So I knew I needed to figure out a different method for this. I'm going to put some leaf guards on the gutters themselves. But I need to figure out some easy way to keep these from getting clogged. The leaf guards outside and my filter in here may work out just fine. All I do is every now and then I'll come up with the vacuum over there and just vacuum out the filters, and it's really easy to do. But clearly here in the fall, even though there's no leaves close up to the house, we're still getting leaves in there, so I'll have to figure something out. Not quite sure what to do yet. Big buck. On the shelves that go next to the girls' stool. So I got this first one built. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in the underside or not because you're not really going to see it. It's going together okay. I really wanted to router an edge out here so this board would actually sit inside a little bit. I ended up just using some self-tapping, what do they call them, Spanx cabinet screws, and that pulled everything together pretty good. Got a couple little nicks and stuff to clean up. But get that installed, and I've already got my trim pieces ready. So I hope I can get the toilet in here today. Well, you can see I screwed up. So these are evenly spaced. When I got down to this one, you burn an inch to make sure your measurements correctly, and I actually just messed it up. So I burned an inch there and then messed up. I don't know what I did, but anyways, I'm gonna call it intentional because now if you have something taller, it can fit there. You have something shorter, it can fit there. So these spaces are the same, and that one's longer, and these are all identical. So yeah, we're just gonna say I did that on purpose. Okay, so I got the shelves built. I'm up here in the girls' bathroom. And the way I did these is I put a piece of drywall on the back of them and then painted the same color as the wall. So it gives a pretty cool effect there, I think. But I just got to fit these in on each side, shim them and tack them into place, and then I'll trim them out. Try to get the base trim down. And of course, anyone who's done base trim and used 1x6s or 1x3 pine knows that it warps a lot. So this board is warped. Push that in, it pops top out. But because this one covers up there, I'm just going to put a couple screws through, and that'll hold it tight against the wall. And then just tack it here in the middle. And then I'm going to wait to put this piece in until we know what kind of vanity we're getting. I'll go ahead and get this side in as well, and then trim out around the shelves, and then I can put the stool in. Okay, I'm probably at a stopping point here on the shelves, mainly because this top piece I had to ask Natalie what she wanted to do. Traditionally, people do is they just clip this overhang like that and that's it. But as you can see, you'll get this line here because these boards are not always going to be straight on you. So one thing you can do is put a little filler piece underneath it that actually sticks out a little bit farther. So this will sit up a little bit taller, and then I'll have just a 1/4 inch piece that will stick out. And you can round them, you can square them. We're probably gonna leave ours square, and it will go out and around the edge of this top part. So that covers this edge up. You can stain that, but especially on this side, because this one warps out even more. You know, I can't push that in because there's no stud here to nail this to, and I can't keep that back in there. But if I put that piece on top, it doesn't matter if this warps or not, you're never gonna see it. So I'm gonna have to run into town, get those pieces and get them stained. On this cut in, I went ahead and stained it, but I still need to put some polyurethane on it. So unfortunately, we're at a stopping point. Down here at the bottom, I'm just going to use a 1x3 and I'll rip it down so it covers this section up right there. And I'll get my collar on and valve and all that good stuff. One thing we're doing too is we got this cove piece that's like an inside quarter round. That's going to go on top of all of our base trim. So a 1x6 is very stiff, and going along the wall, if your drywall bows in and out at all, you're going to have a gap back behind there, and you can't push that 1x6 in there at all. So if you use this type of piece or anything on top that's small, it will bend and move with the wall. So as I tack and move this down, I make sure that I get a really tight seam against the wall. If I were to take this off, I think there was a little bit of a gap here, a little bit of gap there, but on the long wall, you'll really see some gaps. So this is a way to eliminate that and gives you kind of an extra cool look at the same time. I just went and put this valve on and realized in this flange I had actually painted one to match better. I gotta take that off. But what I did is that PEX will slide back in a little bit, so I can pull it out and then get the tool on there to release the shark bite, and then when I'm done I can push it back in to hide the blue. But I gotta take that off and put this one on. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get those two valves on the sink as well, and then I'll get the toilet set.
Are you doing? Yeah, sure. Since it's been a year since his accident, I wanted to show a quick video of his leg and where we're at now. It took a really long time for this last part to fully heal. So this, when he had to have it amputated, he had the break, but then there was a lot of infection because he had come back to the house and they had to remove a lot of the skin. So it was actually, it was clear up here. There was really no skin clear up here, and it all had to grow back. This part actually grew back very quickly, so we had to keep it bandaged, and we have all that on video. You can kind of see it throughout the year, but this did all grow back. It grew back very, very fast. This little part right here, kind of at the end, he had a little bit, but I know I'm about done, baby. You're being so good. So it was about the size of a quarter right here that took probably 9 months to heal. That took the longest, and the vet did say it would take a long time to heal. So this part was really fast. This part, not so much. And you can see he's kind of got a little scab there because it's on the outside of his leg, and he goes running through the woods and stuff, and he'll knock it sometimes, but he's doing really, really well. Yes, you are. You're doing really, really well. And he can jump up into things now, and he can chase things, and you're playing really well. Yes, you are. So he's doing good. But if this ever happens to one of your pets, it will heal. It takes some time. It takes a long time. So, but they'll be okay, right? He's like, I'm done. I want to go play now. Okay.